What if I were to tell you that there are people today making well over $100 an hour just using artificial intelligence or ChatGPT? And this video is me sharing a couple of ideas on how you can do exactly that. Let's get started. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. That is proven by ChatGPT reaching 1 million users in just 5 days and over 100 million users in just 2 months. It's important that you learn how to use these tools, not only how to implement them in your daily life, in your work, but how to monetize them as well. All right, so one of the very first things you can do is ask ChatGPT to write a book. And of course, you can give it as much description as you want, or you can be as vague as possible. What I found in my experience is that prompting is literally 99% of the work. So the better prompt you can give ChatGPT, the better. And I'll give you an example. Since I have a 3-year-old daughter, I want to tailor this for her. So I'm gonna do, it's actually giving me a book and not necessarily what I asked, which is to write a book. Okay, so I prompted it something pretty detailed. Let's see how it does. Once upon a time in a house painted bright lived a sweet girl named Stella who danced with delight. Her hair was so dark, her eyes were so brown, and she loved to twirl and spin all around. This is really, really good. This is a very, very good book. So that is step 1. Here is step 2. I'm a licensed certified educator by FINRA. I am an investor, and I am just a guy who's looking to always share knowledge of what I am learning and currently doing. One of the things that I'd like you to consider is liking and subscribing to this channel. I'm trying to grow it and get it to a point where it's a lot more like my Instagram channel. So if you would, these videos take me a long time, not only to do the research, to write, to edit, and obviously publish. They literally take me weeks. So I would greatly appreciate your consideration, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so now that we have the book, I actually wanna ask ChatGPT what it's thinking overall about the book, right? So I wanna know, give me the description and how many pages is it actually gonna be? How many of these words go on each page? And just because it broke it down into these paragraphs and they're rhyming, it has to be at least 2 lines, or I would say at best 4. But let's ask and see what it comes back with. So it's giving me all the details that I need so that I can publish this book. And I might actually export this thing as a PDF once it's done and actually publish it. And we can do a follow-up video in a couple of weeks on how it's performing as far as sales goes. If that's something you guys are interested in, shoot a DM below, or a comment below, and I will do a follow-up video on this specific idea. Regarding the graphics, here are some ideas. The cover should be bright, colorful illustration of Stella dancing ballet with her piggy bank in hand. Oh, that's good. What I'm trying to get at from ChatGPT is we're gonna integrate this into another platform and it's gonna spit out the images for us. So the more description I have, the better and the faster I can create those other images. All right, so I wanna show you how to create one of these images for one of these pages, and I'm not gonna do the whole book, but I think you get the idea. All right, so let's do one of these images. So Midjourney is something that uses Discord, and you essentially type in a command, and Midjourney will spit out the image that you want. So this is Discord. If you go to Midjourney, just Google it, it will come up. You're gonna get to something that looks like this, and these are all users that are putting in commands. Like this guy did half body photograph, rabbit wearing something, and it's again people from all over the world. We want to give it a prompt that is going to describe the cover of the book. So you're going to do / image, and I'm going to do now we're in queue, and it's going to take roughly a minute for this to come up. All right, so you can see it's loading. I may pause the video to find like the actual perfect image I want to use and then go back and show you guys, but I'm gonna let's try to get really close. Let's put it that way. Okay, so it's getting there. Oh, those are terrible. Well, not bad. She's sad though. I think I put happy, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm not going to edit any of these. I'm gonna give it a new prompt. So a couple things that you can do while this one is loading. You see, this is image 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can ask it U1, 2, 3, or 4. U means upscale. So if I want a larger version, I can ask U1, it's gonna give me a larger version. I can also ask for 4 different variations of image 1, image 2, image 3, and image 4, or I can just tell it to try again, which is somewhat equivalent to what I already did. So let's see what it's giving me here. Yeah, see, that one's not bad. This one's not bad either. So I kind of have to pick the direction I want to go. Let's do, because I want like a fully animated book, I think let's do V3. So I'm asking it for 4 different variations of image number 3. And again, these are going to be like super close to it. So they're not going to deviate. They're going to change like minor details of that image, as you can already kind of tell. Oh man, these are terrible. I prefer the other one. Let's do V2. Again, it's not going to give you exactly what you want, but if the better you can prompt, the more likely you are going to get pretty close to what you're looking for. Yeah, so I mean, like, these are really good. I think the one that looks closest to Stella is probably this one's hair and this one's face. But anyway, this piggy is also like, you can see how it's weird. This one's weird, and it's got a little something up there. I mean, I can even ask it for like, you know, throw some money somewhere, or the piggy, you know, she's putting money into the piggy. But again, this is very good, right? The one that I created, I'll show you. So this is the one that it created earlier for me, and I really liked it. She's supposed to be holding a Bible, but this is kind of more of the animation that I wanted, versus this one is very realistic. Again, you just play with the prompt and you're gonna find exactly what you are looking for. All right, so now that we have that, I wanna ask a couple more things, and we should have pretty much everything we need to kind of start working on this book. You know, I want like different title variations, and I'd like an outline. Obviously, we need the book description, what the back cover of the book should look like. So I wanna ask ChatGPT for all of that, and let's see what it comes up with. All right, and there you have it. You pretty much have an entire book now, and you got multiple lessons, you got front page, back page. The only thing I didn't ask for it to do is to write an about me like the author, but this is pretty amazing, you have to say. So give it a try, you know, see how you like it. There are people making a ton of money this way. All right, guys, so the second way that you can make a lot of money using ChatGPT and other AI tools is creating your own YouTube channel. So you guys know I've been dabbling with this YouTube thing for roughly a year now, and I've gotten pretty good at the systems, the process, where I'm at the point now where I probably get out 1 video per week, give or take. These videos take a long time. And even if you ask AI for a script, a video like this is very personal. I want to get very specific things across, and it obviously requires my time, my face, my voice, and it's not something that we can do if we're going to do completely, you know, an AI video. So what we want to do is find a niche that is unrelated to a person, a face, and there's a lot of these YouTube channels. One of the things that I noticed is a lot of these YouTube channels that are just showing shorts with these like random / weird facts. So I think because the way that shorts are going, and because it's facts, right? AI can't really get that wrong. And the video itself is not going to take very long to make, because they're all anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds.
Scary but true fact about Space Part 3. In the early days of space exploration, non-human test pilots were shot up into space regularly, sometimes with no thought of how they might return. Some of the dogs, chimps, mice, cats, frogs, and other animals returned safely. Some died on re-entry or landing, but some flew on crafts that have never been recovered. So they are likely to still be up there perpetually preserved, floating in dead spacecrafts orbiting the Earth.
So I want to show you how I would go about doing this. I'm not going to do it step by step. Again, I just want to show you how I would go about doing it. And remember, we want to build this entire thing using just AI. Now, a YouTube channel really only has a couple of fundamental characteristics that really change. You have the branding, the script, the voiceover, the visuals, the music or soundtrack, and last but not least, you have the captions. So we're gonna tackle all of this using just AI. As far as the branding goes, let's actually ask ChatGPT what we would like it to say. Let's go with the fact files. I would add an S there because we're gonna have a couple of different types of facts that we're going to be discussing. As far as the thumbnail and the banner image, what I would do is I would go into Midjourney, I would type in, fact file image, or you can give it more detail and say, hey, I'm looking for a profile picture for YouTube, and it's a channel that we're going to be talking about facts. The name of the channel is this, and see what Midjourney gives you. Once you have the image from Midjourney, you can upload it into Canva and create the actual thumbnail using the art that Midjourney gave you. All right, so next we want to get into the script. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT for 10. So using these 10 in one video in a short should be enough for a 60, maybe a 40-second video. Let's see what it comes up with. So now we have something we can actually use. From here, we need voiceover, right? So I want to go into a site called Speechify, and you can just Google it. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna copy it. All right, so you're gonna go here. You can go text to speech online just to see how it sounds.
The shortest war in history was between the countries of Zanzibar and Great Britain, which lasted only 38 minutes.
That's really good. All right, the next step is the visuals. And what I really want to do is I want 2 separate visuals. So as far as the visual goes, I'd like a fundamental background, something to capture the person's attention beyond the fact. And I'm gonna overlay an image or another video, so image within an image, that is actually gonna be related to the fact. So as far as the B-roll goes, I'm gonna use just footage of BeamNG. It's a pretty common car game that is well known for its graphics as well as realistic view when it comes to physics. And then when it comes to music or B-roll, I found a website called Strophe. And Strophe is very interesting. You can create essentially a song or a sound. Let me show you this real quick. All right, so now it's gonna give us a couple of different options. You can hit play. It's not bad. You can kind of change the instruments if you want. So this electric guitar, for some reason it's muted. Let's put in a flute. See what happens. And then instead of the drums, let's put in some jazz drums. So it's gonna recreate, repopulate, and from there, you can re-roll. You have just enough credits to download 1 song, but that's all really you're gonna need to work on this first version of this. And then if you find that it works and you like it, you wanna keep doing it, then you go from there. And last but not least, you can use the captions from Adobe Sensei. You can upload audio and then you upload an actual video and it will match the voiceover to the actual word for word, and it makes it very easy to edit. I went behind the scenes and I put something together so you can take a look at. Here is what we have, a fully made AI YouTube Shorts.
Did you know that you are about 1 centimeter taller in the morning when you first get up than when you go to bed? This is because during the day, the soft cartilage between your bones gets squashed and compressed.
All right, so the third way you can actually use ChatGPT and AI to make a ton of money is using it to write content. So for instance, if you were to go to Fiverr and look at copywriting jobs, you're gonna see that there's a lot of people hiring for certain jobs. You can apply for those jobs, go to ChatGPT, use what it gives you, clean it up, and then submit it on Fiverr. The other thing that you can do is, I'm gonna give you an example. This book I read a while back, and you can see that I have a very specific template where I have the book in 1 sentence, the impression, who should read it, how it impacted me, favorite quotes. So I can actually tell it, write a book review on, let's say, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Let's see if it actually comes up with something. And it does. There you go, the book in 1 sentence. So you can take a lot of the note-taking that you've been doing, your own systems, your own processes, and apply it here. But you can also take product reviews that people are using online, for instance, and they already have a template, a way to make it, work and successful. If you give it that information, it will spit back your own variant of it. Let's see what it comes up with. And then again, I'm asking it like very broad, but you could be very specific. You can even give it a template of your own on how you want it. If you want a hook, if you want a couple of problems with the book, anything that's negative, you could essentially ask for it. By the way, if you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, they're not paying me for this review. It's a great book. Yeah, the caption's great. Include the photo of the relevant image. You could actually take this or, get a picture of Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, add a couple more creative adjectives to it and go to Midjourney and get a really nice image. I've been using this a lot, and I've been using it to write all sorts of copywriting, from blogs to emails, not only like mass newsletters, but also personal outreach for investors, etc. Last but not least, I want to tell you one more thing and one way that you can use ChatGPT and AI to make a lot of money, especially if you're a personal trainer. If you're not, this is still going to be beneficial to you, but you can give it as much information as you want about a person, the diet, the results that they want, and it will give you a very specific meal plan. You can also ask for workout plans. So I'm gonna do this for me, just to give you an idea, but you could essentially sell personalized plans and meal plans on a weekly, monthly basis. There's a ton of people and apps, and it's on Fiverr. Everywhere I look, people are doing this. There's no reason why you can't. So let's go. I can get it done, but I'm not gonna be making no creme brulee. So it should be like probably low carb, high protein. Oh, that's good. Very high protein. Protein shake. It's funny that it gave me the protein shake after lunch. I wonder when it assumes I'm gonna hit the gym. Tuna salad. And you can see that it's like all very easy to make things, right? What I wanna ask too is, do this. All right, so see, now you have it. You have a custom meal plan, and you can even give it more details, right? So you can say, I don't like to eat breakfast, or here are the things I'm allergic to. You can give it as much detail as you want, and it has that information. All right, let's see if it gives me a pretty robust workout plan. Bench press, 3 sets of 8 reps. And now it's not guessing any of the weights, because it doesn't know how much I can bench. And if you'd like to take a guess, comment below and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. It's probably less than you think, by the way. It's pretty good, very good. And you see, it knows I'm a guy, so it's essentially hitting arms twice, because it did biceps, triceps, and then it actually did an isolated arms day, which is probably, now I'm not seeing like shoulders in here. Oh no, it did shoulders here too. Interesting. This is very good. So you can essentially do a lot with this. And like I told you guys in the beginning of the video, it's really up to your creativity, both on how you engage with the AI, and then how are you using your own entrepreneurial spirit to sell and monetize what you get from the AI. The last idea I'm gonna throw out there is, if you give the AI all of your expenses, salary, income, pretty much everything that you make now, and ask for it to give you a budget, it will do that as well. And it's phenomenal. You guys should try it. I've been using this extensively. And if you have any questions about AI or ChatGPT, how to do any of this, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm at VianaJ7, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for the next video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I know a ton of you are watching these videos, you're not subscribed. What's going on? Why haven't you subscribed? Help me out, come on. Thanks guys, see ya.